So just gonna take a quick little driving tour of Horseshoe Bend Military Park. I was gonna make a video this week. I was gonna come hike the hike here and kind of just talk about the park, but weather's been bad, so I think I'll just do a little brush overview of it and kind of show it. Then I'll come back when the weather's better and do a video of the hike. But it's pretty close. It's only about 20 minutes from the house, so pretty cool to have something like this here. It's really nice, so just thought I'd show it to you. So talk to you in a minute. So here's a brief rundown on the battle that took place here. On March 27th, 1814, the Upper Creek Indians were what was known as the Red Sticks. The Americans, led by General Andrew Jackson, took 2,600 American soldiers, 500 Cherokee, and 100 Lower Creek Indians, which were allies, to attack the stronghold at Horseshoe Bend. This field right here is where Andrew Jackson attacked from. It was a fortified position down in the middle of this peninsula that stretched across the narrow spot of the peninsula. So it was blocked off by earthwork and logs right around this line here where my finger is, and then the rest was surrounded by water of the Tallapoosa River. In this battle, Sam Houston was there. He was wounded. The future leader of Texas was wounded here, and in this battle, 800 of the 1,000 Red Sticks were killed. Andrew Jackson's army lost fewer than 50 men and reported 154 wounded. Chief Menawa, who was in charge of the Red Sticks here at Horseshoe Bend, was severely wounded but survived and led 200 of the original 1,000 warriors to safety in Spanish Florida. After the battle, the Creek Indians ceded 23 million acres, half of central Alabama and part of southern Georgia, which a lot of became what is now Alabama today. This is the two opposing leaders, Chief Menawa and General Andrew Jackson. Just across from here, where I'm standing at, just in front of me, there is what's known as Bean's Island. Lieutenant Jesse Bean and 40 mounted riflemen waited on this island, which is now known as Bean Island, to shoot the Creek warriors trying to escape across the Tallapoosa River. So they were surrounded on all sides. But that's the island in front of me. somewhere in this direction. I think probably to the right here is where the earthwork barricade was put up across the peninsula. Here's the field just in front of me there where those white markers are, or where the barricade was, where majority of the fighting took place. So the direction I'm facing now is the direction that General Andrew Jackson's army came from. No matter how you feel about the way the Indians were treated and what had happened back in those days, this is still a historic place and history had taken place here. So it's cool that it's been preserved. It was at one time it was a farmland and everything. That's why they're not exactly sure where the barricade used to be because this was all tilled up over the years. But they have the white markers there where they believe it was. Um, and back in the 1930s, it was when they built the Lake Martin Dam. They were gonna include this as part of Lake Martin, so it was almost lost to Lake Martin. But there was an effort to keep the lake from affecting this area so it could be preserved for the future. And this next grave over here is the grave of Major Humael Pernell Montgomery, the person that Montgomery County and Montgomery, Alabama is named after. Now, I was just looking at the internet, and I guess there's a little bit of controversy on whether he's actually buried here or not. But I'm gonna look more into that story so I can learn more about it. But anyway, he was killed here at this battle. Either way. And up the hill there is that pavilion I started at when I was looking down the field, um, looking down this way. That's the direction that Andrew Jackson came from. Down here to the fortified wall. So I was doing a video on Horseshoe Bend Military Historic Site today. I was gonna do a longer one. I was gonna do one where I, hike the hike there and talk about the park and everything. But since the weather's so bad, I figured I'd just go around and get some. I did the driving tour, but I got some footage, but the road was blocked off about halfway down. I must be doing some work down there, so I wasn't able to finish it. But I'm gonna post what I got, and it was so anyway, just know that I am going to be going back. It's pretty close, pretty cool spot. So I'll be posting another video about that in the near future. Anyway, check it out.